It's been a pretty crazy week for the semiconductor industry, and it's only Wednesday. Monday, Nvidia came out with preliminary earnings results, and they are a lot worse than expected. They're way below their overall guidance due to a massive slowdown in the gaming market. But are we really surprised at that? And then Micron wanted to join the party. On Tuesday, they came out and told us that, hey, remember about a month ago when we did earnings and we told you that the memory market was bad? Well, things are a lot worse. We are seeing a way bigger slowdown in the consumer market, but they also gave us some other markets they're seeing a slowdown as well. So let me know in the comments below, are you buying semiconductor stocks right now, or do you believe there's more red in the upcoming months? I'll explain my thoughts in today's episode, so let's get started.
I do want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and make sure to check out fool.com/Jose to get the top 10 stocks to buy right now.
Alright, so let me start off with the semiconductor market. If we haven't hit the bottom yet, I do think we're pretty close to hitting it. And let me explain why. And this is obviously with the news we have now. If more negativity come out for future quarters, then I believe obviously stock prices could continue to go down. If we take a closer look at Nvidia, we can see from its kind of 5-day high, the stock is down roughly 8.9%. And that's 8.9% down after the company gave us those preliminary results that were horrible, and after Micron Technology saying that the overall market is worse than they previously expected. I personally would have expected on news like this, if certain stocks were priced to perfection, they would have seen high double-digit declines in the teens, maybe in the 20%. But to have both those news come out back to back and the stock only be down about 9% from its 5-day high, it tells me that the market is being very conservative with the semiconductor industry right now. Micron Technology, the company that reported that their market is a lot worse than expected, from its 5-day high is down roughly 7.8%. So let's take a closer look at what Micron Market mentioned. They said that recently, due to macroeconomic factors and supply chain constraints, they are seeing a broadening customer inventory adjustments. They do mention for quarter 4, which would be their upcoming quarter, revenue may come in at or below the low end of the revenue guidance provided during June 30th earnings call. So in about a month, the company saw major shift. And they do mention that they expect a challenging market environment for this current quarter that they're in, which is their fiscal quarter 4, and the following quarter after that. They mentioned that quarter 1, which is their next quarter, is expected to decline sequentially. And that's already that quarter 4 is looking bad. So they're saying quarter 1 is going to be a lot worse. And they expect significant sequential declines in revenue and margins. And they expect free cash flow to be negative in quarter 1. So in June 30th, they told us that the market was bad. Today, they told us it's a lot worse than that, and that this quarter that they're in right now is already looking pretty bad, and they might not even meet the low end of their guidance. They also tell us that the upcoming quarter after that is going to be worse than this quarter, which is already bad. And like I mentioned, the stock price moved less than double digits. One would think this company would be on fire right now. And to me, this tells me two things about the market. Like I mentioned previously, it tells me that the market is being very conservative with semiconductors at the moment. The second thing it tells me is that the market is already expecting future quarters to be bad. If you want to support the channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up. It really helps me grow my overall audience. And if you want to support a little bit more, make sure to subscribe using my link at fool.com/Jose. Outside of this SEC report, Micron Technology also did a call and gave us some insight of what's to come in the market or what they're seeing right now. First, they do mention that the weakness in the PC and the mobile market is a lot weaker than they expected it to be. Outside of that, they're also seeing weakening in other markets that they did not expect. For example, they're seeing inventory adjustments in the automotive market and also in the clouding market at the moment. They do mention that all these markets still have long-term trends, but the short-term is looking a little bit more volatile than previously expected. And I do believe that data center slowdown is scaring some investors. I want to say that is a big bullish case for a lot of semiconductor investors. If we take a closer look at Nvidia, their data center revenue would be up 61% year over year, so there's still strong growth on a yearly basis, but it was only up 1% quarter over quarter. So it does seem like even companies like Nvidia are seeing a slowdown in this data center market. I do want to mention one thing. There have been reports and actually comments on my YouTube videos that mention that the data center market might be impacted with the overall crypto market as well, as some of these big data centers were using some of those cards or some crypto mining experiences. Obviously, it's pretty hard to be able to verify facts like this, but it is something floating around online right now. At the same time, you have big tech kind of slowing down its spending right now with overall macroeconomic headwinds, and that could be another reason for that quarter-over-quarter slowdown. At the end of the day, Nvidia is a big player in the artificial intelligence market, which I believe will provide plenty of growth rate for this company, because the overall long-term trend for semiconductor companies, in my opinion, is going to be one of the best investments I have made, because I do believe 10 years from now I am going to be happy that I invested in the semiconductor stocks that I am in right now.